Hello students, welcome to Undoubt Business, your doubt clearing platform. So, in today's video, we will be talking about notes. In some of the previous videos, we have completed the chapter of controlling. That was your chapter number 8. Now, in this video, we will be revising the chapter of controlling, and this video is for class 12 students. So, let's get started. So, first of all, let's take a look at what is the meaning of controlling. What is the meaning of controlling here? We have studied earlier that controlling refers to. Now, here I have made a chart. With this chart, it will be very easier for you to get the meaning of controlling or to understand the meaning of controlling. See, here I have made a balance here. It is like a balance. On one side, we put our actual performance, right? On one side of the balance, we will be putting our actual performance, and on the other side, we will put our planned performance. See, during the planning function of management, we have planned a performance for our organization. Okay, we have made strategies, we have made plans for the organization. So we will take the planned performance. Okay, now after a certain period of time, what we will do, we will measure our actual performance. Okay, after a certain period of time, we will measure our actual performance and we will make a comparison between the two. We will make a comparison between the two, and this process or this whole thing is known as controlling. Okay, now if the planned performance and actual performance, when we compare these two things, if it is more than the planned performance, what the actual performance, if the actual performance is more than the planned performance, then it is okay. But if it is vice versa, then it will be a difficulty for the organization. So then we have to perform the controlling function to make the performance balanced. See, we have put our performances on this balance, no? So we have to balance our performance. We have to improve our performance to get successful organization, to achieve the goal of the organization. Okay, so this is the meaning of controlling, where we make a comparison of the actual performance on one side, and on the other hand we put our planned performance. We compare these two things to check whether our performance is good or not. So this is the meaning of controlling. See, if you look into these slides, I have made a color coding here. As we make notes, what we do? When we make notes, we maintain a color coding. So here the heading is in black font color and the whole thing is in blue. Okay, so this will be our color coding in this chapter. So I hope you are clear with the concept of controlling here. We have discussed earlier all these things. So now let's talk about what is the importance of controlling in any organization. So the first point here is helps in achieving the organizational goals. See, what we have done in planning function, we have set a target, we have set a objective, we have set a target for the organization to be achieved, and all the functions that we have discussed, it may be planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and this one controlling, all these functions help in achieving the ultimate goal of the organization in any way. It helps, the controlling function helps to control the performance of the organization and achieve the ultimate goal of the organization. So it helps in achieving the organizational goal. Okay, now the next point here is judging the accuracy of standards. See, while doing the planning function, we have set some standards. So whether these standards are accurate or not, how to judge that? We can judge this by the controlling function. Controlling function ensures that the standards are accurately set. the standards are accurately set, it is good for the organization that we can achieve these standards. So controlling function will help us to know whether these standards, these planned standards that we have set earlier are accurate or not. Okay, now the next point here is making efficient use of resources. See, I have told you that in every function of management's importance, you can write this point because every function helps in achieving maximum output with minimum efforts and making the best use of available resources. Okay, next point here is improving employee motivation. See, this point, if controlling function is performed properly in the organization, then what will happen? Employee. Employee will get to know how he has to improve his performance, how he can do much better to achieve the ultimate goal, how he has to improve himself to achieve the goal of the organization, right? So with the controlling function, it is easier to motivate all the employees of the organization. So it is written here that controlling helps in improving the employees' motivation, right? Next is ensures order and discipline. See, if controlling function is performed properly, there will be order in the organization, there will be discipline in the organization. Everything will be performed in a order. Okay. Now next point here is facilitate coordination. What does this mean? See, I have told you in some of my earlier videos or maybe way back earlier that coordination is what? Coordination is the essence of management. It is in every function of management. So in here also that controlling, with the help of controlling, we can coordinate the departments, we can coordinate the whole organization efficiently. So it helps in coordinating the whole organization. So this was the importance of controlling that we have discussed. If you have any doubts in all these or any of these points, please watch my previous videos. Then please watch these notes. Okay, now let's move forward. Now, moving further, we have also discussed the controlling process. So, first of all, what we will do in the controlling process, we will start from the down and we will move upwards. Okay. Now, setting standards. The first step we have to follow here is setting standards. So, for example, we take a commodity A. We manufacture a commodity A. We have set a target of making 1000 units of commodity A. So in the first step, what we have done, we have set a target of 1000 units, producing 1000 units. Okay. Now what we will do, we will measure the performance. After a certain period of time, we will measure the performance. We have a planned performance of how much units? 1000 units, and we will measure the performance and we get to know that we have produced only 600 units or whatever number you want to take, you can take. Okay, I am taking 800 units. I am taking 800 units. So our plant performance was of 1000 units. Okay, 1000, and the measured performance is of 800 units. Pardon me for my writing. Okay, I am explaining you for the concept here. Okay, so when we measure the performance here, we get to know that uh, we are able to achieve a target of 800 units. Okay, now what we will do, we will make a comparison. What we will do, we will make a comparison of these two things, 1000 and 800. We will compare, is it greater than, is it less than, or is it equal to our plant performance? So when we compare these two things, we get to know that 800 is less than our plant performance. Okay, 800 is less than our planned performance. It means there is a deviation. There is a difference between the two. Okay, what it is? There is a deviation. There is a difference between the two. And when we try to find out the deviation, how much it is of 200 units. Okay, it is of 200 units. Now what we have to do, we have got a deviation, we have got a difference in our performance. So what we will do, we will analyze that deviation and we will take corrective actions uh, to overcome that deviation. Okay. So analyzing deviations, when we analyze deviation, we can do this by two methods. First is critical point control. When we talk about critical point control, it means we have to focus on that key areas, that points which will critically affect our performance, and we have to correct that. Okay, and when we talk about management by exception, we have to leave those matters which are very important for the organization on the top management. The important matters are to be given to the top management, and the routine matters, decisions on the routine matters, to be taken by the lower level management. So this is management by exception and critical point control. By these two techniques we can correct the deviation, and we have now taken the corrective action to correct our performance, and we can also take a feedback on whether we are able to cover our deviation or not. So this was the controlling process which we have discussed in the earlier videos also and in our notes also. So I hope it is clear to you. If you have any doubts, please watch my previous video and then come back to the notes. So here is the end of our part A syllabus of business studies for class 12th. Now we will discuss the part B. We will start with the part B of your syllabus. So stay tuned for part B and stay tuned for more interesting videos on Undoubt business. Thanks for watching.